Wicked Witches! It's the Cancer full moon, and well, it was actually yesterday, but we have this beautiful energy at the moment. It was conjunct with Jupiter, and it's the start of a 10-year, and we have just a real loving, fresh start to the year. I was saying in the ceremony just now, it's like we're on a chaise longue in the dressing room, and the year is about to begin, and it's this 10 energy is very much so. Some numerology people online and that are saying it's a 1 year, because if you add 1 and the 0 of the 10, it would make 1. And they're not that dissimilar in energy. 1 is more like Aries, start of the zodiac year, like I am energy. So it's like 1, like singular. 10 in numerology, and it depends on your teaching, your school of whatever. But my teacher has always taught that in numerology we go up to 11. So 10 is the culmination of all the effort. So it's like, in terms of the alchemical process, we've built up to this 10 energy, and this is the year that you turn it into gold, and it's very much like in the spotlight, out on the stage energy. So 9 was behind the scenes, preparation, mastery, getting ready to step out onto the stage and be 10. So it isn't dissimilar from 1, like they kind of are the same thing, sort of, but it's a bit like 1's the lower frequency of it and 10's the higher frequency of it. So 1 is more like ego, I am, and 10 is more like highest, like we are like we are, and it's everyone being their higher selves. So it's really Leo star card energy, rather than like the Emperor Aries energy. It's more like, yeah, shining bright and stepping into your power, and yeah, so it feels like this year is amazing. And then next year will be 11, which is frequency vibrating, which kind of to love as well. Again, vibrating into a magical ether of love and amazingness. So it's just sort of a slightly higher frequency of it, I guess. So this year is the year it's really going to shine, but it's also almost like a 3, because then you have the 1 year after that. So you've got like 10, 11, 1. There's this real scope for like creating, and something is happening. Something big's happening now, and we've gone through a whole chapter and process of development, and this is the finale, and then we're going to begin a new chapter. So this is the culmination of all our efforts. This is when we turn the lead into gold. So this is our medicine, like our shit turning into medicine, our understanding, our mastery turning into expertise, turning into doing the thing. So it's really exciting. Like, it's such an amazing thing that's happening right now, and it's about us being our, we're all pixels in a picture, and it's about making our pixel as bright and beautiful as possible, and being amazing. Just be amazing in your own thing, and then everyone else do their pixel, and then we're going to make an amazing picture together. So we're all working together because we're all one. And so for the ceremony tonight, and then it was conjunct, the Cancer full moon was conjunct with Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and prosperity. And when the moon and Jupiter come together, then success is unavoidable. So what an amazing portent for what is happening. And the way that it's fallen as well, where the Capricorn dark moon is the next moon, like on the 18th of January, rather than it being in December when it often is. And so actually there's this real invitation, and the astrology in January is quite chill. So there's this real invitation to just gently begin the year, like the start of the Chinese year of the horse, the fire horse, isn't until February. It just feels like there's a real gentle start to the year. I mean, it shouldn't be New Year anyway. I mean, that's just a Gregorian calendar thing. It's meant to be basically the spring equinox, and in bulk, like, the things start to happen, and that's the same every year. But this year, everything's really aiding that. It's a real gentle start. So I was saying, we are about to go out on the stage on this 10-year and be in the spotlight and sing our hearts out and be fabulous. But we're in the dressing room right now with all the time in the world to put our makeup on, lay on the chaise longue, meditate, just be ready to get out and do our thing. So it's a really lovely, gentle start. We've got all the time in the world to prepare, get ready, and go out and be fabulous. We just did a lovely exercise of circles of love, and we drew 4 circles like a target on a page, And in the middle is me or we, me or we, because we're all one. But that's you. It's you in the center, and then the next circle is your inner world, like the people that you really can be yourself with, and they'll love you warts and all, and they just are absolutely your rocks. Then the next circle are your friends, your friendship circle, but people who make you feel good, that elevate you, that support you, that inspire you, that are just there for you. So it's not just every friend you've got, it's the people that really make you feel good, that when you've been with them they weren't draining, they've filled you up, they've added to you. And then people in your wider world that aren't necessarily, like, you might not even have their phone number, they're just people that you know, that they inspire you and they energize you, and just, yeah, it's all about the people that inspire you and give to you and make you feel supported. And then we wrote all those names down and then really felt into them and realized, like, the feeling of, like, they are the, like, your outer world is sign language for your inner world. So the reason why these people exist in your world is because this is you, this is your inner world, this is what your pixel looks like, and this is what you're putting out there, and this is what you're attracting. And so these people are here because you are that pixel, and we are all one, you know, so there's no separation. These are part of your pixel, and the pixel is part of the bigger picture, just as you're part of their pixel, you know, we're all one. So it's just to really feel into that this is your pixel, and to feel that love and to feel that support and that inspiration that we're getting from each other, and that energy growth, and yeah, just that we're getting from each other. So it was really lovely, and to really enjoy that love. It's circles of love, and to feel it. And then, yeah, one of the people in the ceremony was like, the moon and the stars and the trees and the plants were all part of that as well, and that was really lovely to add that into the mix as well. Yeah, all of the non-human beings that are also part of those circles, which was a nice extra thing to work with. But now I'm going to do a reading. Working with this lovely energy, it just feels just such a lovely antidote to all of the, you know, horror and stuff that's been going on. We've got this real support, like rocket pack, to support us this year with something else, for something else to happen, and for us to stand up for what we care about and what we believe in, you know, and to really do it and to fight for it. We've got it. And it's water, look you. Perfect. So the water rune, and the water is, we're all drops in the ocean, we are all one. It's the inner world, and I do feel like that's what I've been wanting and needing and supporting, is that the inner and outer should be becoming one. The Fool is the top of the tarot deck because it's when that infinity symbol has untwisted and the inner and outer are one. Your dreaming, your imagination, your emotional world is part of the outer world. And we went and separated it, and we've separated it. We all do, as humans, we do. But our world is very much just the outer, and we cut off the inner with the enlightenment and went, that doesn't, you know, the dreaming and religion and spirituality and all that, we threw them away, but we threw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, definitely stuff needed to shift and change because it was very superstitious, and, you know, it's about balance. And so, yes, we did that, but then, like, science without religion is immoral, and religion without science is superstition. So you need a balance between the two. We don't want to be like making wah-wah up all day long and at the detriment, you know, like, I don't know, depends on what you believe in with things, but you might think that something's like bullshit in the science world, but actually it's really detrimental to us all for us to be believing in that, because it means that, you know, I don't know, childhood disease comes back or whatever. Like, there are things that might happen because of us believing in the wah-wah. So it's about being practical and scientific about things in that sense, but then also, if we just do that and we don't have the wah-wah, then everything's fucking Greg's Bakers and tarmac and feral pigeons and atomic bombs and 9 to 5 and air conditioning, and it's just, there's people committing suicide because what's the point, what's the meaning, and us like destroying the planet because we don't care. So it needs to be balanced. We need to have both. We need that inner world to be in the outer, and that's what this is all asking us to do. And I feel like that is what's happening, is this spiritual awakening and this just change that's happened of late is that we are starting to incorporate both, and we're so elevated now, you know, we have so much knowledge and wisdom and understanding, but for us to work with both the inner and the outer, and Laguz, that just feels like that, and this Cancer energy and this 10 energy and the shift that's happening, it's like something's got to change, right? We've done what we've done, the outer and the thing that we've been doing for a while, and we're hitting a crisis point, we're hitting a brick wall, and if we're either going to perish or some shift is going to happen, and it is a consciousness shift, and it's one where let's let in creativity, let's let in love, let's let in enlightenment, and enlightenment as in the enlightenment moment that happened where we became more like logical beings, and then the more Buddha version of enlightenment. It's like both of these things, let's be both types of enlightened. And that is in the physical world, Giof, which is the spiritual gift, but that's all about the twin effect. So it's about this, you know, your inner and outer, but that's also like us and them, realizing we're all one. So the real spiritual gift, the real connection is when you realize we're all one, that the inner and outer is all one, that we're all one. And that's what these circles of love, like, they're all you and you are them. And, you know, you're creating these people being in your life. And comparison is the thief of joy. There's nothing to compete about. We're all being fabulous. And this year is about us all being on the stage, in the spotlight, being our highest selves. Not like against each other, but with each other. What a fabulous party to be at, where everyone's just on top form, being brilliant. And then this is it again, it's the same thing, Dagaz, which is the dawn, a new dawn, and this is in the east, which is ideas and communication, and this is again the inner and outer, it's the infinity symbol. It's about new beginnings, and this is in the ideas and in our communication. I just feel like it's about us being inspiring this year, not doom and gloom. That's old, that's what's in and what's out. We're 25. What's out is we're fucked. What's in is something new starting. It's time for something new, and that's in our communication, and that's for us to share with the world that something new is happening, and it's about us working with the inner and the outer, the infinite. It's inspiring. It's time for us to inspire. In our passion, it's about us being brave. So what we really care about, really fighting for what we care about, you know, whatever it is that you believe in, don't let them stop you fighting for it, even if they make it illegal. Whatever it is, be brave to be what you want to be. And it doesn't have to be a fight. It's about us shining brightly, being the biggest, brightest pixel you can, so the picture changes. But in whatever capacity you can, really go for it. And then in the inner world, it's my favourite rune, the Thor rune, god of thunder, Thoraz. This is the shamanic rune. This is the rune of a shamanic journey. So no, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be painful. You don't become a shaman by going on holiday. You become a shaman by taking the ring to Mordor. You have to have a near-death experience and come back again. You meet the spirit world. You are going on a journey, and it's not going to be easy, but it's everything. It's the stuff that legends are made of. It's the stuff that books are written about. It's the stuff that films are made of. You're on a quest, and the quest is for this next chapter. We are vibrating into a new reality. So what are we going to create? What are we going to create? And it's going to be mega, and it's going to be inner and outer. It's going to be spiritual, it's going to be imaginative, it's going to be creative, it's going to be deep. It's not just shallow outer world surface, it's inner and outer. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for inspo. So we've got the Princess of Wands, who is just very lustful and driven and inspired and brave. She's got her tiger that she's pulling along by the tail. She's just absolutely flying, and it's fly into this new year with passion. Oh, and then the Eon, and this is, you know, again, it's all the things. It's the inner and the outer. It's absolutely like new levels of cosmic magic and ideas, and yeah, like we are entering a different reality, and we've only just entered into this like dawn of Aquarius AI world, and like there's lots to be scared of and people are freaking out about things, but actually, my God, the things we're going to be able to achieve is such an incredible tool, and we're only just beginning to work with it. It's mind-blowing. Like the ceremony we were just in, some of the stuff that people are going to be cracking on with this year, and it's going to take them half the time to get stuff done because of their AI assistant. It's like, just, you've got this personal assistant that just gets all the emails written for you, gets the information for you. We're going to achieve so much. Like, so yeah, let's fly. And then strife. We've got the strife card. Now this has been coming up a lot in the readings that I've done in the lead up to Christmas. And it's this healing, what's it called? It's my premenopausal brain forgetting the words for things, but I know the name of that wand, but it's the medical wand. It's the sign of doctors and medicine. Oh God, that's annoying, I can't remember the name of it. But it's about communication and about us sharing our ideas and communication and healing. There is strife in the world, there is difficulty. So how do we heal, and how do we support and move forwards despite the strife? Like, yes, there's strife, but how can you rise above it, and how can you create with it, you know? And it's 6 months ago was the Cancer dark moon. And so what were you doing in the Cancer dark moon? What was happening 6 months ago? And I had this vision 6 months ago at Glastonbury of heaven. And I drew this and I put it under my rug because where I coloured it in, it was sort of like puckering up a little bit from the moisture of the ink. And so I put it under my rug to flatten it, and then I'd completely forgotten about it. And then as I was cleaning up today, I just found it. So I just randomly found the image of the thing from 6 months ago, which was my vision of heaven that was like this Escher painting. How in an Escher painting where everything's connected, this was like a three-dimensional version of it. And everything was there, like, it was heaven and hell. It was on fire. There was these flames, but it was gold. And there was the devil, and there was Mother Earth, and there was like angels, and there was electric guitars, there were trains, like everything was there. And it was all connected. And there was no separation. So it was just pure contentment. But everything had a place, good, bad, whatever label you would give it in this world, it was all there and it was all connected. And so there was just contentment and not acceptance. It was there, it existed, and it was all connected. Here we have the separation experience, and therefore there's judgment, there's comparison, there's conflict, misunderstanding, desire. There's all these things that happen because we've separated. But because of that, there's all sorts of things happening, learning, like discovery, new things that then get added into the mix of this content place. So we're creating here. There's no destruction or creation in this other place. It just is. Everything that ever is and will be and ever has been is there. But we're here making it. This is the place where it gets made. This is the place where things get innovated and developed, and then it goes into this mix, and then it's all just connected. And so we're sort of having some sort of, it's not necessarily it's a choice, but just this other experience of being alive, and we get to do it for a very short time and then it's over. And so to make the most of it, and yes, it comes with strife, but that's kind of the point, you know, it's part of the journey. So how can we be at ease with it? Can we accept it? It's part of it. It's not, you can't have, nothing can happen without conflict. It's part of it. It's like there has to be drama for there to be a storyline. You're not going to go on this like Mordor shamanic journey without some kind of strife. There has to be something for anything to happen. There has to be friction. Diamonds are made through compression, and you know the real sort of compression and strife of the earth make the diamonds. So to accept that, to work with it, welcome it in, it's just going to happen. And so to move through it and to learn and to turn that shit into gold. And that's what this year is all about, how we turn it into gold. So then we're just going to have a little nudge from the goddess, giving us a little nudge in a direction. And that is amplify, which I've with a diamond. So yeah, amplify the diamond, amplify the gold, the magic, shine, be on the center of the stage, amplify the positive voices, the wins, the incredible ideas. Be a stand for the people that you think are heroes and doing incredible things. And yeah, and then this is the wink from the goddess. Got Gypsy Soul. So this is about I mean, that's about travel and movement and not being fixed. So go on the adventure. And that doesn't have to be physically going out into the world, but it is this like, this adventure of inner and outer. So it might be going on a physical adventure, or it might be this inner world adventure of making something, doing something, exploring something. But it's just like, be curious, be brave. Don't be the hobbit that stays at home. Be the one that goes out on the adventure. So yeah, it's very kind of Sagittarius energy, being like up for it and out there and putting yourself out there philosophically and everything. And then I pull a goddess rune. Not rune, card. It's an inspiration. A deity to work with. And that is Angraboda, inner strength. I've never pulled her before. Interesting. How do you pronounce her name? Angraboda. So let me read what it says about her. I'll show you a picture of her. Angraboda. So let's see what it says. Angraboda, yeah, is a Norse goddess cloaked in mystery and contradictions, described in varying degrees throughout her mythos as either a giantess, a witch, or even a troll queen. She is the shape-shifting goddess of life and death, known to be fiercely independent while remaining a passionately protective mother to her children, Hel, Fenrir, and Jormungandr. At times, she is a messenger for the goddess Freya, helping grant fertility to the childless. The name Angraboda can be translated as foreboding or she who offers sorrows, yet these translations merely present a fragment of her story. Angraboda appears now and entrusts you with the transformative gift of inner strength, which is also this courage one that was down here with the passion, our fire. While destiny might tell us what will come to pass, Angraboda continues to forge her own fate and wishes for you to do the same. Yes, we may often feel unable to stand up for ourselves in certain scenarios for fear of retaliation. Self-confidence might slither from our hands and escape our grasp. Angraboda urges you to look within and reshape your inner doubts into inner strengths. You are a being of infinite aspects. You are a being of inner aspects, never meant to be minimized or defined. Do not allow the opinions of others to diminish the continued strength of who you truly are. Amazing. So shine bright. This year is the year for us to just step into something extraordinary that we can't even really comprehend right now. Like it doesn't have to be something that already exists. We're in Aquarius, dawning of Aquarius. This is all new. We've gone from ice, where we were like Neolithic ice people, to water, moving around boats, traveling around the world, to steam. Like, we are vibrating into a different reality here. Sort of, literally, scientifically, AIE, all of that. But it's all to pay for. And we've learnt so much and we've come so far. And now it's time to put all of that into play and into practice and chuck it all in the mix and not expect the expected. Let's trust the unknown. Let's step off that cliff like the fools that we are into the unknown. So welcome to 2026 and this magical 10-year, and let's amplify all of the fabulousness that there is in this beautiful world and life. So have fun, and I'll see you in on.